Today we are making our way from Denver all the way to the land down under. We're heading off on a 2-week road trip across eastern Australia. After landing in Sydney, our plan is to head to Charlotte Pass Trailhead to hike the tallest mountain in Australia, Mount Kosciuszko, which also happens to be one of the 7 summits, which is a list of the tallest mountains in every continent. First things first, we're starting at home in Denver and have to get our bags packed. Oh my gosh, look at that salmon orange behind you. As we pack for our flight, I just want to show you this because I know she'd appreciate it and want you all to see it. This is what Bri did this week. She painted our office and she's super hyped on it, so I want you guys to see it too. By the way, we have stuff for the walls. Give me a little boogie. What's in your stomach? Oh, it looked like there's like a hard drive in there or something.
Yeah, I have a hard drive in my stomach. Take note of my suitcase and then take note of Kevin's suitcase. I literally cannot live without these. Every time I travel, they're my packing cubes and it makes things all nice and organized. I have my workout clothes, my t-shirts, my bathing suits, and then here are my socks and underwear.
Okay, and here's how I pack. Shirts, bathing suit, pants, socks, underwear. Looks good to me. After packing our bags, we had quite the journey to get to Australia, let alone hike Kosciuszko after flying for a day. We left our house, dropped off our little girl Bella at Bri's parents' house, and then made our way to DIA for a 2.5-hour flight to San Francisco. We only had a 90-minute layover, but it was just enough time to hit the Centurion Lounge. We grabbed some food, Bri downed some wine, and we made our way to our gate.
Path is 16 hours, 15 and a half. I can go to sleep, wake up, and go to sleep again, and then wake up on this flight. I can get a full night's, 2 nights sleep. I've been wanting to watch this for 2 weeks now. Actually, only 1 week, because that's when we found out we were coming here. But I found Nemo.
Right now, we've got the stressful first minutes of the rental car. We've only been on one way, so I don't yet know which side of the road we're driving on, but I know I'm on the other side of the car. I've done this before in Ireland and England, but this is the worst part of a rental car.
So we're at this light thing, and we were red right arrow, which is super weird.
Wow, look at Sydney. So Bri and I flew from Denver to San Francisco, 2-hour flight. Then we had a 90-minute layover. Then we had a 16-hour flight to Sydney. And then we landed at 6:20 a.m. It was a 17-hour time change. And we got into a rental car immediately, drove 6 hours. Now we are at Kosciuszko National Park to hopefully hike the tallest mountain in Australia.
Yes, exactly what Kevin said. And we don't even have time to be jet lagged. So here we go. All right, we just got to the Charlotte Pass little parking lot trailhead thing. We're starting our hike up to the highest peak in Australia. So this is my first 7 summit.
So it's the first time we've hiked with a tractor and a semi. Looks like they might be making a road that goes even further. not sure. But from Charlotte Pass, we're looking at just under 12 miles round trip.
We're walking along this dirt road, headed up, up, up. It's long and I'm like so tired, but I'm telling myself I'm not tired. So here we are.
So to tell you guys a little bit more about this trip, you guys have heard about the crazy last 24 hours we've had, but Bri and I have a 3-week-ish gap of time where we don't have any client work in person. We have a bunch of work that we're doing while we're traveling, but otherwise we just had 3 weeks open where we didn't need to be anywhere, no family obligations. So we've decided we're gonna do a big trip. There's always a million reasons that pop up to not do it, but 6 days ago we booked this trip. We pretty much let the cheapest flight prices dictate where we were going. There's a great deal here to Sydney, round trip from Denver. So that's how we ended up here in Australia. So everything we're doing for the next 2 weeks has been impromptu planned over the last 5 days.
We do not even have as much time on the schedule to take an unscheduled pee break. I'm kidding. But it is so jam-packed, you would not believe it. We're flying other places, driving, doing this, that. It's crazy.
That's how we like it.
Kosciuszko is an interesting peak. It's one of the 7 summits, but it's the easiest continent high point by a long shot. Some of the other peaks on the 7 summits list include Denali, Mount Everest, and Mount Vinson in Antarctica. All of these of which are deadly peaks that require advanced mountaineering skills, but Kosciuszko practically has a road that goes all the way to the top of the mountain. It's beyond commercial and touristy. Nonetheless, it's definitely one of those bucket list things to do in your lifetime if you get the opportunity. And this is the first ever country or continent high point that Bri or I have ever done, so that alone made it very special, and I can't imagine a better way to have started off our trip in Australia.
Bri found her first Aussie creature.
I know, we haven't seen any creatures. Kosciuszko, baby, woo!
Kosciuszko.
Kosciuszko. Is that what it is? Here's Mount K behind me. We are approaching. We should be there in like 40 minutes.
How's the road?
It is just steady, short and steady, long and steady. Yeah, it's been literally a road the whole way. Pretty wild. We met these guys right before we started. They said they rode their bikes up to the top, so that's any indication as to how the trail is.
As we are feet from the summit, it's starting to rain. It's always lovely. Sound. Just a little bit windy. Bri and I are currently the highest people in all of Australia. Very cool feeling. I don't think we've ever been to a country high point before for all the peaks we've climbed, so this is very cool. Very easy hike, but annoyingly long, but very paved and commercial. You're just hiking on a road, so good day out. If you're coming to Australia, definitely might as well hike the tallest peak if it's this accessible.
We made it. It's windy and it's beautiful up here though. The views just go on forever and it's amazing.
So that was a cruiser of a hike, 6 miles and about 1,400 feet of elevation. Super straight for the first half and then a little windy for the second half, so it's a little deceiving on that last part. 6 miles to the car and then dinner, a 1-hour drive, and that will conclude our first 12 hours in Australia. It has been jam-packed, but I can't imagine it any other way.
We're almost back. Thank goodness. I am so dead. And I think we did just under 4 hours, which that's good for us.
We were just talking about it, and we have no idea when the last time we had a 12-mile day was. It's been a crazy few months with work. We moved, so it's been very hectic. I don't think we've done a 12-mile day in 6 months, which is pretty crazy. So this is a fun one to come back to. Jet lag is kicking in. We're about to get some food. We're almost at the car. I think it's gonna hit like a brick wall, the jet lag.
We made it to our hotel for the first night on the trip. We were at the Threadbell Alpine Hotel and Welcome to our humble abode. We are ready for bed. I don't even know what's happening. I'm so tired.
We're gonna end it here. We have a bunch of more Australia adventures. We have 2 more weeks here. This is Threadbow Alpine Hotel, $126 at the base of the mountains. I mean, at first glance, great room, everything you need. We're out. We'll see you later. Like and subscribe. See you on the other Australia videos.
Bye-bye.